Sophia took the last subway to St. Lawrence station and arrived at the mosque at just past 1 a.m. She was wide awake and looking forward to the night prayer. It was the 21st night of Ramadan and she could feel the sacredness in the air. Sophia! It was Maryam, who was waiting for her at the door of the modern yet distinctively Islamic building. She was wearing her full black niqab, but her small stature and perky eyes were easy to recognize. Assalamu alaikum, Maryam greeted her. Walaikum salam, thanks for waiting for me, Sophia replied and gently hugged her friend. They both went in, and that was when Sophia realized how different this night was going to be compared to the 8 p.m. services she attended during the beginning of Ramadan. First, there was an overwhelming smell of incense, which wasn't present even the last time she was here 2 nights ago. And second, when they went upstairs to the women's area, there were at least 24 women. And they were not the trendy Western clothing wearing young hijabis she was used to, but full-on niqab and abaya-clad aunties, and they were all in the middle of praying, each on their own. Whoa, whispered Sophia, who couldn't help but express her astonishment. They're followers of Sheikha Khadija bint Talib, explained Maryam, reading Sophia's expression. Who is she? A saint, some say. Sophia was full-on intrigued now, but the local sheikh has arrived for the tahajjud prayer and was getting ready to lead the congregation. So Maryam and Sophia went to the restroom to wash up and get ready for the prayer. Sophia slipped on a white cotton prayer skirt and hijab from the pile of available prayer clothing at the mosque. She felt very plain compared to these otherworldly women clad in beautiful yet modest fabrics. As the two friends joined the ranks of praying women side by side, Sophia couldn't help but feel a light inside of her waking up. It was as if these women radiated light and you could catch it if you were close enough. Sophia prayed to the best of her abilities. She had learned the prayer by now after Maryam gave her a photocopy of a how-to manual. She had yet to convert to Islam, but nobody at the mosque bothered her about it, instead letting her take her time while welcoming her like a sister. She was very touched. But these women tonight were different. They did not say a word to her, but raised a longing in Sophia's heart like no one else did. Sophia wished she could join whatever they were a part of, speak their language, absorb their light. Sophia prayed wistfully for a good hour until the congregation finally broke for the early breakfast, suhoor. Dates, pita bread, cheese, and olives were served, to Sophia's delight. She and Maryam settled on the carpet, sitting against the far wall of the room. Who's Sheikha Khadija? Sophia immediately asked her friend as they began eating. The founder of a unique Sufi order in Yemen, Maryam answered. She inspires women from all over the world to join her. They have their own mystical practices, pray from morning to night, and recite the Quran beautifully. But most of all, they seem not to be touched by the afflictions of this world. These women are paragons of devotion, love, and kindness. Nobody who's met one of them could ever say anything bad about them, and nobody knows their secret to this. Sophia felt herself transported to the desert of Yemen, saw in her mind's eye a low brick building with a small round dome. She saw women going about it, fetching water from a well, reading the Quran together, praying inside, and chanting to the sound of drums. Suddenly, she felt a voice calling to her. She couldn't make out the words, but that the voice was addressing her was unmistakable. She could feel herself start to shake until Maryam called her back into reality. This was Sophia's first vision. You okay, Soph? Maryam asked, worried. I think I saw something, Sophia said, still shaken. I think the Sheikha is calling to you, Maryam said matter-of-factly. What do I do? Sophia was covered in a cold sweat by now. Listen to where she's trying to guide you. Don't follow blindly, but don't ignore the vision altogether either. Take your time, and eventually you'll know what you're supposed to do in your heart.